defenseman picks it up, passes it up to a forward.
With like 7 seconds to go.
Coast to coast.
Camembert. I'm trying to work it out.
I can just go for a little stroll.
Yeah. Cheese.
Max Goof was my first crush. He's a dog. Let's dog. Are we having fun though?
Yeah.
Living the dream with the boys at Chucky Slick.
That's funny. You're a funny guy.
That would be.
The Edmonton Oil.
Dude, I touched my eye again. It hurts.
Honolulu.
You
guys are so loud for people who are agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
God, I do hate the player.
I'll break away, I'll break away, I'll break away, I'll break away. You can't stop me now. Try and stop me how? Try to break up my old band with everything that I've got.
Kevin Ball out of the Flames lineup, and Alex Pietrangelo, Miro Heiskanen, and Jacob Markstrom out of their respective Four Nations lineups, as well as Casey Freeman, who is out of the Coast to Coast lineup tonight.
Good line.
I'm your host, Alex Verco, with Marek Robinson and Phil Tremblay.
That's me.
And man, we've had it's been a couple busy weeks in the NHL here.
It has been.
We're immediately the day after our last show, Rantanen got traded, and then I think Logan Thompson signed his contract maybe 2 or 3 days after.
Yep.
So we have a lot of ground to cover, but we're gonna start as we always do with the Flames, who are in action tonight against the Ducks. But we're gonna go back in time a little bit. Back in time. What's that reference to?
Oh, that's gonna kill.
That's gonna
me.
drive me nuts.
I think it's Family Guy.
It's not Family Guy.
think it's Family Guy.
It's a live action show.
Oh, it's Wayne's World. I think.
Thank you.
I think it's Wayne's World.
Yeah. And we're gonna go back to the Kevin Ball injury game, the 5-4 win over Minnesota.
Huge win.
Huge win.
Almost choked.
Almost choked it. It
Almost.
was very close.
Very
Dustin Wolf is
choked.
still our savior.
We can blame Phil for that one, for the jinx.
What do you mean?
You quite literally, when it was 5.
Oh, that's true.
You said it was 4-2 and he goes,
the Wild suck.
and then
they almost brought it all the way back.
that was
That's true.
that would have been so funny.
Kind of one thing that I'm kind of noticing is it seems to be the Dustin Wolf show now. I think
Yep.
Vladar's starting duties are pretty much over. I mean, you had
Pretty much just back to back.
I mean, he played the Jets game and then didn't play very well against the Jets.
It's also to be fair, it's also the Jets.
Yeah, but I mean, it is the Jets. But I think Vladar's days as a starter are going to be over, except for back-to-backs. Back-to-backs or whatever. I have a thought, but I don't think anyone's going to like it. So
Vladar has lost each of his last 4 games.
yeah, I think goodbye. I think
it's a terrible idea.
Logan Cooley, you are a Calgary Flame.
No, that's not good, because if the Flames make the playoffs, you don't want to have 2 rookie goalies. That's like the bad thing.
I think it'd be fine.
Oh, correction. In his last 6 games, Vladar is 0-5-1.
That's brutal.
That's worse than Jari.
That's terrible.
That's worse than Jari and
Swap Vladar and Cooley. Let's get this rolling. Cooley deserves the call up. He played amazing in the preseason. He's killing it with the Wranglers.
I would love a Devin Cooley cameo this season.
Is it Devin Cooley? I think I definitely said Logan Cooley.
Logan Cooley plays. I know, I've made that mistake so many times. Logan Cooley plays for Utah.
Yes.
Who we'll get to later.
We'll get to later. Anyway, the Calgary Flames, we just fell out of a playoff spot after the game yesterday. We're still in it. We're still there.
It's kind of a bit of a brutal way, though. Kind of embarrassing, in my opinion.
Go on.
You guys were up 5. Like, the Flames were up 5 points to the Canucks. And since being up 5 points, they are now down 1. They've not won since they were up 5 points on the Canucks.
What do you mean they haven't won since we were up 5 points?
So the Canucks at one point had 50 points. The Flames had 55. This was sometime last week.
Okay.
And now the Canucks have 56. And the Flames at 55.
Well, it was probably sometime last week after we won 3 games in a row against the Jets, the Sabres, and the Wild.
Yeah, then that must have been...
And then we played the 2 best teams in the league. with the Jets again and the Caps.
Oh,
Yeah,
After a brutal road trip against the Wild and the Jets, where we at least got one of those because Dustin Wolf is a god.
Hey, Kuzmenko played really good that game.
Kuzmenko seems to be back, which I like to see.
No, he played really good that game.
I like it. I don't understand the Rory Cairns thing.
I don't know.
I know you tried to explain it to me, Alex, and I kind of get that. But also, the guy had the all-time NHL record for points per game for a little bit. Can't dismiss that. That was a great statistic for
for like
That's
for like 2 games.
For 2
he had
games,
that
he was the
record.
GOAT, and now he's back down with the Wranglers. I think, and then there's other people on this team that probably should be with the Wranglers, like the Rune Dog. The Rune Dog's got 39 games played. He has 4 points.
dog.
Kevin Rooney.
I know who you're talking about.
Why?
Dog.
Why is he still up and Rory Cairns is not? Like, it
That's actually a good
doesn't make
point.
any sense.
That's a good point. You raised a good point there.
Thank you, Marek.
I know I'm in that Flames podcast, so I'm like starting to learn more about the Flames and how their decisions sometimes don't make.
I mean,
a lot of sense.
Joel Hanley's, I guess, a defenseman. Clark Bishop's doing okay.
Scored a goal.
He scored a goal in 4 games. That's not bad. Miromanov's been not great. I guess he's a +2. Lomberg, obviously, you can't send Lomberg down because he's a legend. He's the one like keeping the energy on the games. But like, there's some of these guys like you probably. I think we should give Cairns a little bit more time in the NHL.
This season or starting next?
Right now.
Because I'm trying to find out if.
Remember, we brought him up, and then like all of a sudden, Pospisil was lighting it up on that line. That line was so effective. So I don't understand why they were just like, nah.
I don't know. I'm trying to find out what kind of contract Rooney has.
Oh, you think he has the 10 games thing?
No, I think I'm just trying to find out if it's a 2-way or not.
I can figure it out. I got you.
His agent, by the way, is named Peter Fish.
Fish.
That's Kevin Rooney?
Yeah. He also. Why does
Kevin
Puckpedia
Rooney was
put
also
the
a
type of
retired
stick
boxer.
he uses on their website?
I don't know, but I like that.
Where does the link take me? It takes me to a justhockeytoronto.com link where I can buy this stick that Kevin Rooney uses.
That's kind of cool.
Nice.
That's weird.
I
That's
don't.
suspicious.
Why is that a feature?
That's.
Whatever.
Kevin
I don't
Rooney
think-
contract.
I've always wanted Kevin Rooney's stick. Said no one.
Yes, and no one ever. 1 year, $1,300 contract.
But
13
yeah.
million.
1.3 million.
13
It does not specify.
1,300,000.
Does not specify.
I don't think it does not say if it's a 2-way.
Yeah. Just
I'd
says-
assume it's probably not.
yeah.
But
I
it's
think
only
it
a
would
1
specify.
year.
Yeah.
It's only a 1 year. He's a UFA next year. See you later. You can go home.
Or sign a contract with the Wranglers.
Yeah. If you
You
want to
said-
keep playing professional hockey, I
Yeah.
guess. Or someone else will pick him up.
Same thing happened to
We
Walker.
think? Probably
Well, I mean, it happened to Walker Dewar.
Yeah, Walker Dewar was playing way better than.
Yeah, and then Walker Dewar ended up scoring a goal for the first game he played for
Yeah.
the Sharks.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Walker Dewar.
But before we jump off of Flames talk,
We got the Ducks. We can talk about the Ducks game. I think
Quack.
they're going to win.
yeah, I was just about to.
And they've jinxed it. And if you're a betting man, bet against the Flames now because this guy just jinxed it.
Get out of here.
I was about to quickly mention, just going in depth a bit more on that Kevin Ball hit.
Ball.
Um,
Sorry. That was brutal.
It's-
That hit was actually brutal.
I see. So, I believe I remember correctly. It was called a minor on the ice, and they didn't even look at it.
No, it was called. I had to stream for the Flames podcast I'm in, but it was called a major on the ice, and they reviewed it, and then it was turned into a minor, and then I can't remember. I think it might have been Uyghur or Anderson got another minor, so then it was four. But
That's
Flames had like a
boring all
power play
day.
for a minute or two.
That's boarding all day. That should have been a major.
Yeah, it was a big.
Yeah,
it was
I was about to
made a
say.
big boom.
I was about to say if they didn't look at it and that's called it a minor, I can see why, because Kevin Ball does kind of see Jacob Lauko coming. He does a shoulder check and he knows he's there. But especially after they reviewed it, I don't see how you don't call that at least like the 5 in a game.
That wasn't the ref's decision though. It went to Toronto. That's what the announcers were saying on the game. I was analyzing.
That goes to Toronto.
That one went to
Why
Toronto.
did that one go to Toronto?
I don't know, man.
That's stupid.
That is. I had to deep dive that game, so
That's ridiculous.
I remember that one.
But in any event, the Leafs escaped Minnesota with a 5-4 win.
The Leafs?
Leafs, moron. The Flames escaped Minnesota with a 5-4 win. Sorry, I was thinking about Toronto. And then lose in the second half of their back to the Jets 5-2. They come home to lose to the Capitals 3-1, and they're facing the Ducks tonight on, I believe it's South Asian Heritage Night?
No, it's
Lunar New Year night. My bad.
What does that mean?
It's the Chinese New Year? No. Isn't that what it is?
The year.
Except now we call it Lunar New Year
That's kind of cool.
instead.
That's
Chinese New Year.
It's kind of neat.
Pretty sure.
I like that. I'm not gonna lie.
The Year of the Snake.
It's pretty. I was gonna say the year of the panda. I'm not
Sound
gonna lie.
does snakes make?
It's a hiss. Shut up.
It's quite literally a.
Why did I even? Why? You proud of that one?
No. You proud of that one?
You really shouldn't be.
No, I should not be.
Quickly looking at the starters, goalie post still has John Gibson as probable, while Dustin Wolf is confirmed starting tonight.
Ow!
Ow.
Oh, let's go, Dustin!
You gotta win.
You gotta win this one.
Because we're gonna start looking at the standings now,
and we just fell out of our spot.
and you gotta win. You gotta win now. I mean, assuming you want to make the playoffs, which I guess that's a controversial take that they shouldn't.
It seems to have been. I mean, it already killed one podcast in the past 48 hours. So apparently,
we should run our own Barn Burner podcast.
We should just go apply to that.
What?
We can just
take their spots.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Confidence, mate.
Yeah.
So the Flames are 1 point back of Vancouver, who holds the second wildcard spot.
With a game in hand.
With a game in hand, so they can make it up tonight. I don't think the Canucks are in action.
No. We also have more wins than the Canucks. They have more overtime losses.
Canucks have 10. They have the most in the league.
So the Canucks are bad, is what's going on. Calgary Flames are the better team. Overtime losses, you're just fake. Yeah.
Pittsburgh has like 8. I'm gonna be honest. That's
It's
why I
just
don't
not
like.
real.
That's why I didn't like the Islanders.
Doesn't matter. They don't exist. I don't think it should count. I say that, and then we get into overtime. I'm like, sweet, we got a point.
What's literally?
But when Vancouver does it, I'm really angry about it.
Every time like Penguins fans on like Twitter will be like, "Oh, we're in overtime. We're taking the point."
Yeah.
And then you move on.
You lose out to the playoff spot to the Islanders for like 700 overtime losses last year.
Dude,
fraudulent.
I hate the Islanders.
NyQuil on ice.
Keep saying it. That's what they should be called.
It's a good cocktail.
But let's.
Don't try that at home.
Don't do that.
I think that's safe to try.
As long as you only do the amount that you pour into the cup, as long as you're not
as long as you don't OD, it's fun.
It's just a nice way to taste. Actually, NyQuil tastes way better than Dayquil.
It's just cold NyQuil.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the best way to enjoy any beverage.
Cold, slightly watery NyQuil.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
I think I would do it.
Is it NyQuil old fashioned?
You don't even
NyQuil old fashioned.
You don't even
shut up.
NyQuil on a King Cube.
You do realize that has some of like the worst not gateway drugs, but like the hardest drugs in that like.
Well, yeah, but
stuff.
I mean, if you're going to be taking NyQuil anyway.
I want to pull up Georgeman's Pub. Hey, Phil, NyQuil on the rocks.
I get a NyQuil martini, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Oh, God.
That would be the color would be nuts.
It would look cool, but it wouldn't taste cool.
It would taste cold.
Well, yeah, it's cold medicine.
Out.
It's cough medicine. Obviously, it's going to taste bad. NyQuil tastes way better than Buckley's, though.
But hey,
Buckley's tastes awful and it works.
But it doesn't. I don't think it does.
Well,
Get out of here, Buckley's.
This is a nice hockey show, isn't it?
Hey, that was a fun little tangent.
I was going to try and connect it to the Avalanche, who I guess play in Denver in the high altitude. I guess it is cold there. Segue.
There, we did it.
Figured it out. Hall of Fame.
That was a good one.
And I thought my transitions were bad.
Mine are garbage too. And we're gonna jump to
about the Avs, eh?
Yeah, to the Avalanche, who traded Mikko Rantanen to the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm not gonna talk about Chicago because they're ultimately.
What a stupid thing to do for the Chicago Blackhawks. Why are you even involved in this?
Is it?
as a retainer.
Is it their own pick?
You literally just paid a ton of money for a second-round draft pick. Third-round draft pick. That's even worse.
Was that their own pick that they got back?
Yeah, maybe. Let me get back to you.
I'm pretty sure it was their own pick.
I'm gonna go to my office.
I'll let you figure that out while Phil and I dissect.
Like, you're paying... Oh, man. That's math. Give me 2 seconds here.
$7 million. It was
No.
It was around 7.5.
It's 50% of the 9.25 million salary.
It's 475
I don't think that's what
4.625.
I don't think that's what.
or
they were
4625. My bad. 475 would be
you just
9.5.
paid $4.5 million for a third-round draft pick.
That was
Congratulations.
their
I saw
own.
I saw a meme where it was
Allegedly.
like Connor Bedard seeing Mikko Rantanen's salary on the books and
But
then
not
not seeing
on the
Mikko
roster.
Rantanen.
And then they get the nice little note on like the trade graphics say Chicago facilitated trade. Okay. Make it a Suits episode.
According to the score, if you want
Love
to
that.
throw up my my computer screen, either Aleko or it's probably my producer Maya, because Aleko's probably gone by now, or Johnner. The screen's up on there.
We got a whole team. We're like 1-1 in the
So
producer
they're
booth.
on the article by Josh Wegman.
We can be replaced.
The graphic here does say that it is Chicago's own third-round pick.
Yeah,
That's I don't understand.
So they traded away. I think they got it from
Maybe-
Carolina.
But why did Chicago even need to be involved?
so. I was
To make the salary to eat up half of Rantanen's salary retention to make it easier to fit under Carolina's books.
so you know how you just,
So, but why is that Chicago's job?
so remember how you said the suit, like you made a Suits reference a few seconds ago?
Yeah.
It
made
could
a
be
Suits reference?
if you've seen Suits, you could be. It's an IOU. Maybe that's why Chicago did it.
Oh, so for further consideration.
You guys owe me later down the line, please.
Future considerations.
Poor
I mean-
And also minus $4 million.
I mean, you're
yeah,
not
but
like
it's Chicago, so they
you're not going to take on $4.625 million dollars for no reason.
to like cover up some more scandals in the next few years.
That's not going on the TikTok.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they want that money?
That should be tried.
Don't do that to me.
I mean, they're a financially well-off family. I feel like they can eat $4.625 million. They can eat $2 million apparently.
Can I like? I'm not. I don't
wish I
even
could
want a
eat-
draft pick.
I wish
just want
I
$4
could
million.
eat $2 million.
Well, okay,
What's more
so
valuable? Definitely not the draft pick.
I wish I could eat $2 million. Sorry.
the draft pick is magic beans by this point.
I know you.
Yeah,
I know
especially
you.
like a third rounder.
Yeah.
I know you do hate the live score, but Mikko Rantanen just scored his first goal as a Carolina Hurricane. That
Cool.
makes sense.
That's cool. I mean, in the middle of our conversation with the
About Mikko
the
Rantanen.
trade, that's fine. Whatever.
Ding.
It is what it is. That was a Nietzsche's one too, wasn't it?
if you're
Yeah, Nietzsche scored.
yeah,
in
that'd be the
Colorado.
Nietzsche's to Colorado. If you're Chicago, it makes sense to get some competition back because you're not just gonna eat $4.625 million of your cap for no reason.
Well, yeah, obviously, but this is virtually no reason. Like, why be involved at all? They didn't get anything. I can't wrap around my head around why a team would willingly just give up $4 million for something that maybe might be a diamond in the rough, so that other teams can get better.
I'm just shocked it was their own third. That makes them look worse.
Like, it just makes no sense to me. And maybe there's this hockey stuff that I don't understand, but I mean, I obviously don't understand. I'm like, why wouldn't you be like, okay, maybe I'll take the second round?
Well, you got to keep in mind, Chicago did trade Hall, so Hall left Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like Chicago is coming out on the financially better end of this, regardless. Because Hall's getting paid $6 million a year, so their benefit
like
is
it.
coming from the cap relief as well as the third round pick that they got back.
Yeah, fair enough.
They also have the cap space to kind of eat it up because they have $4 million cap space currently.
Eat it up.
So
Eat it up. Sorry.
yeah, it was just a 13 to facilitate knocking down Rantanen's salary a bit.
The trade does not happen without Chicago.
I've been saying for years, not necessarily on the podcast, but if you know me outside of it, I'm a huge Martin Nietzsche's fan. Big Nietzsche's guy.
Huge Nietzsche's guy.
I loved him on. I remember fantasy team last year, and he takes like 45 shots a
Dude,
game.
I know you don't like
keeps
betting.
flinging it.
I remember I did talk to you about this last year. I go, every time I'm gonna bet shots, I always go Nietzsche's because for some reason he just doesn't stop shooting.
He just kind of keeps always shooting.
My favorite one of last year, I remember this was his shot prop was to get 3 shots.
Mm.
His first 3 shots were, you got a hat trick in the first. So all 3 of his first 3 shots went in. I was like, I love you.
Jesperi Kotkaniemi was originally kind of rumored to be part of this deal as well. Ended up not being part of it.
And then Jack Dewey went.
And then, so Jack Drury, Martin Necas, second round pick from Carolina in 2025, and a 2026 fourth round pick from Carolina all go to Colorado. To Carolina, they get Mikko Rantanen, Taylor Hall, and Nils Juntorp, who is playing
That's the best player
in the Swedish B League, I think. Just kind of a prospect that may or may not work out.
I think this becomes another thing where Carolina right now wins the trade. But if they don't sign Rantanen, they have not won anything, and it just becomes again and as much as people want to say, right now the Penguins have won the Gensel trade because Gensel's no longer in Carolina.
I don't even remember the trade.
It was for prospects and bunting.
Oh yeah, the bunting trade.
So basically, you could say Pittsburgh's won because they've kept those players.
Yeah.
And ironically, those two prospects ended up combining for 7 goals last night in a 9-0 win, which is crazy, but still.
I mean, he's a free agent next year, so.
And then this trade.
Yeah, he wants 14.
I think Kevin Weeks.
He's the top 10 player in the NHL. I think I'd give him 14 mil.
I think Kevin Weeks put out some sort of rumor or some sort of speculation that things weren't done in Colorado later that day, because then Sidney Crosby.
Oh my God, dude! Don't even get me started on that.
Sidney Crosby fell into rumors of he's going from Pittsburgh to Colorado, and Marek.
Didn't I say that last year?
Dude,
I'm gonna
I
let
said
you.
he was going to.
So did JJ.
guess what? It's not gonna happen.
It could happen.
Do you wanna?
It's not gonna happen.
Do you
actually.
wanna?
But it might happen.
There's a better chance of McKinnon going to Pittsburgh than it is Crosby going to.
Crosby,
yeah,
McKinnon 1-1.
Do you wanna?
I don't think Colorado. Yes.
Do you want to talk about it?
Colorado would
Go
not
ahead.
do that.
Well, Biz is very prominent on wanting to do this. I'm not sure why. Biz is just really wanting to see Crosby go to a playoff team. And then, per an article by Josh
Yogi?
Crosby, Roondog 1-1.
Who?
No.
Crosby, you are a Calgary Flame.
Kevin Rooney.
Can you imagine? That'd be crazy.
That'd be cool, but ugh.
I would love Crosby as a Calgary Flame.
So-
I
He
think
look good
Pittsburgh
in
would
red.
say no.
No.
We already know Crosby looks good in red.
He does.
The ironic thing is, I quite literally have a Crosby Team Canada shirt under this hoodie.
Surprise, surprise.
Big Penguin guy, Marek
Huge
Robinson.
Penguin guy.
It's a Canadian. Okay. I'm trying to find this. He
Huge
literally
Crosby guy.
had a quote.
Okay.
Is this the Crosby Yogi quote?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find it faster.
So Kevin Weeks also posted a picture of Pittsburgh,
He did.
which actually had, and then just put the eyes looking emoji, which ended up just being that Fenway wants to sell their part of Pittsburgh. Crosby was basically quoted saying he wouldn't have signed the contract if he wanted to leave. So he's not leaving. He literally said that like a few days ago. So.
What do we?
What did we said that a few days ago?
said
I want
a
to find the
few weeks
exact
ago.
quote.
It's a good time.
What do we hit the Gwitty?
What do we hitting the Gwitty?
A few days ago?
Sidney Crosby. What are we hitting the Gwitty?
Is that it?
That's not all you got.
Because like we can move on.
We can move on.
It's okay. Like you don't have to find this exact quote.
Yeah, it's about this. Yeah.
Okay, that's about that.
All right. Well, Crosby, you're coming to the Calgary Flames. That's all I got to say about it.
And
From-
Phil's delusional, like always. What?
From here,
Okay.
we're gonna jump to the Capitals,
Who are very good. at
who are
hockey.
very good and solidified their goaltending situation for at least the next 6 years.
He played fantastic in that Calgary game.
He being Logan Thompson.
He being Logan Thompson. We lit him. For once, the Calgary Flames actually tried to score, and we lit him up. I won't lie. We lit him up pretty good, and then we didn't win anyway.
33 shots faced in that Calgary game,
Which is
for Logan Thompson, who signed a 6-year contract,
5.8.
averaging $5.85 million or $35.1 million over the next 6 years.
I want to raise an interesting fact here.
Uh-oh.
Did you know? Let me fact check myself.
You didn't want to fact check before?
Before you raise
No,
it,
because there's two of them.
anchoring.
There's two of them.
you got to raise.
I was going to say,
Yeah, fact
really
check
good for
before
goalies started
you
off in the
raise.
E.
Just give me a sec.
He was in the ECHL for a bit.
That's pretty crazy.
Give me a sec.
The E is
I'm about
gnarly,
to
bro.
cook. Okay.
Here it comes.
So Tristan Jarry makes a 5.3 cap hit. Philip Grubauer, what the? Just happened to my tab, man.
killing it right now.
Philip Grubauer makes a 5.9 cap hit. So between them, that's about a $2,000 to $3,000, $100,000 difference, right? Yeah, those two goalies are in the AHL.
Those are some expensive AHL goalies.
Yeah, well, thankfully they don't. Yeah, well, they're not very good goalies either. So this money that Logan Thompson is quite literally right now one of the best goalies in the NHL. Him making 5.8 puts him around Merzlikins, current Shesterkin before his new contract goes in next season, Kemper, and then the goalies that are paid above him are Jordan Binnington, Ilya Sorokin, Connor Hellebuck, Andrei Vasilevsky, Sergei Bobrovsky, and Philip Grubauer.
Yeah, Logan Thompson right now, obviously you're going to throw the bag at him. You have a team that's...
It's not even the bag. They literally could be like... This could quite literally be like one of the best contracts ever because of how cheap it is.
Yeah, you're still paying. He's getting paid. He's paid, yeah.
I mean, right now he costs a solid $766,000.
Yeah, and I mean, he's sitting second in the NHL right now for goals against average with a 2.05. First is Hellebuck with a 2.
And Hellebuck's, yeah. And that's quite literally team 1.
And he's top in save percentage.
Team 1 and team 2.
Yeah, he's top in save percentage. He's not very good at shutouts, though, but that's okay.
How many does he have?
Him. I don't know. Not enough to be top 10. Just quick, also, Dustin Wolf's still top 10 for save percentage.
Want a cookie?
Raw. No, I want the Calder, baby. Calder.
He has 2 shutouts.
Calder. Yeah, 2 shutouts is not enough for top 10.
Hey, did you know Logan Thompson was born in Calgary, Alberta?
I did.
And he was undrafted.
Played for the Buffs. He played for the Buffs.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
He went Buffs. Played for the Brandon Wheat Kings. Played at Brock University, Adirondack Thunder, and then he went to the Binghamton Devils, South Carolina Stingrays, Vegas Golden Knights, and now he's on the Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool.
Stanley Cup champion.
Did he not get paid after the Vegas year? He was still on a rookie contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
He won a cup.
I'm trying to find out how he...
Eden Hill won that cup.
Still. Phil Kessel won a
know.
cup and he didn't do anything then.
Yeah, he just ate hot dogs.
I love you, Phil Kessel.
Phil Kessel for captain.
Phil Kessel for
Of
president.
everything. Every captain is
Phil Kessel for
Everything.
insert title.
Yeah.
Speaking
That's
of
all I
the
got.
Capitals, currently they hold the top spot in the league, if unless I'm mistaken.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
They hold the top
they're
spot in
pretty
the
banging.
league.
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
tied in
they're
points
tied.
with the Jets, but they hold the better point percentage because they have 2 games in hand, so they do hold the top spot.
Yeah. They sure do.
My question is,
Did they keep it?
when the playoffs roll around,
I don't know, man.
how deep are they gonna go?
I don't know,
Well,
man.
it depends on who they play, I think.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I think
Right now you'd
the
be.
Senators are the best team in the NHL anyway, so
Excuse me.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
That's a joke
Right now,
for the record. That's a joke.
right now they'd be playing.
Senators aren't in a wild card spot. They're in a
They're
full
in a
playoff
divisional spot.
which
They're-
is pretty
That's
banging.
bonkers.
So right now they'd be playing
Imagine
the
if they had
Tampa Bay
Yakupchuk.
Lightning if the playoffs started today. Washington versus Lightning.
That's kind of scary.
That
Spooky.
honestly,
Spooky doo.
that's scary.
Tampa's got a bit of a wild card energy to him.
Oh, is that why
That's
they're
Can
why
I-
they're in the wild card spot.
Can I say something?
Always.
Sorry.
aggressive.
If Boston and Ottawa swap places, it'll be a battle of the Kachucks in the first
I want
round.
that so bad. I want that so bad.
But
I
like-
want the battle of the Kachucks.
Dude, this playoff
In
thing
a-
is
in a
so
playoff round.
stupid. Like, Pittsburgh's in it, Islanders are in it, Flyers are in it, Rangers are in it, Canadians are in it, Red Wings are in it, Jackets are in it.
You're
They're
5 points behind. What do you mean you're in it?
Like the race. Sorry,
the
they're
Canucks were
in the race.
5 points behind. Yeah, in the playoff race.
that was a while ago.
Yeah, but you can see how fast they ended up catching you, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how weird this is. Like it's literally so close for the East. Again, like tomorrow, legit, the Columbus Blue Jackets could win, knocking Boston and Boston to second, Tampa out. So that's just what.
And then if Columbus plays Washington in the first round, they're
Yeah.
They're gonna get mopped.
Merzlikins is not.
dirty mode.
They're gonna get painted. It is not gonna be even close.
Hey, the last
Washington
hey,
in 2.
Hey, remember the last time that Columbus made the playoffs and everyone thought they were gonna get smoked?
They beat Toronto in
They-
5.
That was Tampa, and they beat them in 4. They swept them. Tampa was the best team in the NHL.
I mean, are you counting the qualifying round?
This was in like 2019, 2018.
Yeah, I'm talking about the qualifying round where they beat the Leafs in 5 because they had that weird qualifying round thing.
No.
That was the more recent time.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like actual playoffs. That Stanley Cup didn't count.
No, you're wrong.
So, back
That's
to
not
question.
how it works.
That's how I want it to work.
The Capitals are able to get to blank round,
Mm-hmm.
where are they going to go, gentlemen?
Conference finals.
And they're going to get bounced in the conference finals?
Yeah, by the Honorable Senators.
Boy, that works. Okay.
Yak's getting the call up.
Second round.
Second round.
Second round.
Yeah.
So they get bounced by.
Well,
If it's, well, yeah, I guess it's all
Carolina.
it's all hypothetical.
Carolina by this point.
either
Maybe.
Carolina or
New Jersey.
No,
I would dream for a Penguins Capitals first round though again. That's just my opinion though. I think a lot of people would like that too.
it would be.
You know what
either
I found
Devils or
kind of-
Sen-
You know what I found kind of funny about that Crosby to Colorado
What'd you find
nonsense?
What'd you find fun of it? What
is that if he got traded, there would be a real possibility
the JJ can tell the future.
The Avalanche go to the finals, and the Capitals go to
That'd
the
be
finals.
insane.
And it's Crosby and Ovechkin in the final.
That'd be cool. My question
That
I
is,
think I think they
nuts.
should trade him just for that.
I want to.
That sounds great.
okay, so no, take that idea, right?
Sure.
If you're
had
Colorado,
it.
no. If you're Colorado, who do you trade for Crosby?
Makar.
That would
No,
be the-
that's completely
That would
stupid.
be the stupidest thing ever.
I don't know who's on Colorado.
You don't trade a roster player. You trade futures.
No, you would have to trade.
You'd
roster
have to
player for
change a
Crosby.
roster.
Sorry,
I
pal.
gotta stop. Googling.
You would have
Well,
to.
yeah, I know, but like the bulk of the value that Pittsburgh would want to get back would be.
Everything.
I think it would be prospects. I think it'd be they have much don't get to pick
If we had
at all.
If we had Hextall, he would do Crosby for
Ship
Landis,
Nietzsche's
Coglian
back
instant.
out.
It seems like a fair trade.
Hey, hope you had a great week in Colorado. Now you're going to Pittsburgh.
See ya, bye.
See ya, Nietzsche's.
See ya.
You give him Nietzsche's. You give him Ivan, of course. You got to include
The goat.
Ivan in there.
The goat.
Then where's my tankathon?
Your what?
There
Maybe
it is.
Devon Taves.
Ew. No, nothing against him.
Then maybe your first. Does Colorado have a first round? They don't.
So they wouldn't do it. That's why Penguins will not trade
I don't know, it
Crosby.
just- that-
Even
that-
though it's literally been said by Crosby and Dubas and
just-
Crosby and Dubas
That's
again.
just something fun.
Colorado
that occurs
doesn't
to
have
me.
a second round either.
Oof.
Colorado's cooked.
That's something fun that occurred to me about the Colorado Crosby talks. Is imagine if they met in the finals.
Dude, you know how fun?
That'd be a storyline.
Am I blind? Am I
Just going back to
stupid?
Colorado, how funny would
Oh,
it
no,
be
they do have a
if
second
Rantanen comes back, signs, and then they already signed Nietzsche, and now they just have a super team? That would be funny.
That does sound like the makings of a super team.
That would be hilarious.
So Colorado's first pick in the draft will come at, if it ended right now,
Tuesday.
pick 58. No,
Dang.
pick 43.
Okay, well, still dang.
Diggity,
Still dang.
diggity dang.
Let's shift
Good
to another team in the Central.
Woo! Chicago. Oh, no.
What?
Utah.
Utah. There we go.
The Utes.
And
Why not
they,
the Utah Utes? That could work.
They they whittled down their
Brother,
list of 6 down to 3 possible team names. I am stunned that Hockey Club is one of them.
I cannot believe Hockey Club is one of them, and I cannot believe that it is one of them, and it is not the worst at pick.
They swapped out Wasatch.
Oh, Wasatch isn't in anymore?
Wasatch is no longer in. It is now the Outlaws.
Okay.
Yeah, they put it in because everyone's used to it right now.
The Wasatch is a terrible name for a hockey team.
Dude, when I was
Oh,
making
who are
the
we playing tonight? Oh, the Wasatches.
Dude, when I was making the TikTok, just like hockey news yesterday, I didn't read that word in advance. So reading it out loud, it's the Utah what, huh? That's literally what I said out loud, and I was like, "What is
Should have
this?"
posted that. I think it
No.
would have done great.
In case you don't know,
I would've got fined more.
the Wasatch is a mountain range in Utah.
Wow,
and
that's-
it was picked because they could have easily put a Yeti in their Wasatch logo.
So wait,
Is why they want to.
so
do
wait,
that.
so think of it like this.
I like Mammoth.
My favorite team is a Penguin. Your favorite team is a Flame. Yours is a Flyer. Mine's a Hill.
I mean, Colorado has a natural disaster.
So does Carolina, and that's kind of cool, in my opinion.
Okay,
Technically, the Flames are a
Anaheim.
natural disaster, too.
And
My team is a duck.
my team's a Penguin that follows the same suit.
Like,
Penguins are cooler than Ducks, I think.
I like how I pointed to you and you pointed.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
There's just a
there.
whole
By
little-
connection,
was
it just
the-
kind
a
of went
little-
Yeah,
all the
but
way
like,
down.
there.
dude, you literally be like, yeah, my favorite team, it's a Hill.
If it's
Mountain.
Okay, potato.
Thank you very much.
mountain range,
Mountain range.
if it's
whole bunch of mountains.
the Outlaws, just sounds like
Same place.
like an EASHL team.
Yeah, it does.
Or
Because
like
I think it is.
The Outlaws, I don't think there's
It-
enough.
Outlaw.
I need it.
thought
I need it
behind
to be
it.
the Mammoth.
Also, no one thinks of Utah and thinks Outlaws.
do you think?
I don't know
do you
what
think the hockey club?
To be honest, I don't know
No,
what
I don't
I don't
actually.
even know what I think when I think of Utah.
I know exactly what I think when I think of Utah, and I'm not going to say it live on air.
Good. Don't.
Can you text the group chat?
It has to be the Mammoth. Period.
It has to be the Mammoth.
If it's not the Mammoth,
It should be.
I am gonna forever hate Ryan Smith and group.
I think what it really should be is the
What?
Arizona Coyotes, but
We'll get a team back.
why not? But also, why not Utah Coyotes? Give a bit of a. I guess they're not in the desert.
It's a
but
brand new franchise.
I mentioned this before. If they go with the Mammoth and they create a Kachina jersey,
It would look
Excuse me?
really cool.
I'm going to lose my
You're gonna
mind.
buy it,
I don't know
aren't
what
you?
that word means.
Yeah, you are. Like the art style. Of
yeah, like
Phoenix
the-
Coyotes.
Oh, with the desert.
Yeah, the Cubone logo.
Cubone.
Yeah, the
Pokemon?
Coyotes
Like the
Cubone logo.
Pokemon?
Look up, yeah, you look up Cubone and then look up the Coyote head logo. It's the same picture.
They're alternate jerseys.
That would have been you could look up their reverse
one?
retro.
Are we-
Yes, that one. That's Cubone.
Wait, what?
Okay, so this is the
What
jersey.
am I looking for?
This is the jersey,
Look up Cubone.
and this is Cuba.
See you bone. That's the same picture.
See me what?
I want to see you bone.
Hey yo.
That's got to be strike one.
no, that's
That's got to be strike one.
that is
Sorry, pal.
fine.
That's that.
I like the sound.
has-
Then that's gotta be strike one.
That has to be strike one. That's worse than anything I've said, and I've said
Okay.
some weird stuff today.
You
hang
screamed
on.
F
So-
Ron Hextall live on air.
That was like a year ago. Stop living in the past.
Well, you're looking in the past too.
No,
Okay,
you're lying.
fair enough.
So
Don't
okay,
lie.
so
It's bad.
if you want to go to my screen real quick, right? That's the Kachina logo, right?
Such a weird.
That's Cubone.
I
Kachina
don't-
logo,
I don't see it.
Cubone. You don't see
It's
Cubone? Ah,
what am I?
beans.
What is happening?
I'm freaking out.
Charmander.
I don't see it.
You don't see Cubone there?
No, well, I do see Cubone.
Cubone?
He's right
I see him
there.
on the
Kachina.
screen.
That's a hockey logo.
That's the same thing.
That's not. That's
That is the same picture.
No, that's a hockey logo, and the other one. Go,
Okay,
go back. Go back to the
we're
other
gonna
one.
we're gonna
Go
put this
back.
on.
Can you go back to the other one? That's a Pokemon.
We're gonna put this on TikTok, and I'm gonna be proved right.
I don't see
That's
it.
the Cubone logo.
Why would we put it on TikTok?
Because
see it.
I need this answered.
What Instagram?
I'll put it on Twitter too for all the 11 people that follow me. Shout out all 11 people who follow us on Twitter.
I'm one of them.
You're the best.
But getting
And
back-
I'm also one of them. So
the other
shout
9.
out all 9 people,
Casey
including Casey, my girlfriend, and my dad. So that's great.
So 4.
Yeah, but I
So
tweet-
there's 4 random people that we don't know that follow our Twitter.
that is true. But I put some pretty funny things on there.
He does. I actually really.
But
I love the Twitter.
Utah has to be the Mammoth. If it's not, I'm gonna.
It's got to
lose
be
my
the
mind.
Mammoth, or else I'm never going to an NHL game ever again.
That's a lie.
True.
You know it. Don't even make those promises. You are a liar and a cheat.
Let's jump to the Four Nations, where a couple
Oh.
rosters are looking a little bit different now.
Phil.
Alex Pietrangelo off the Canadian roster, Jacob Markstrom off the Sweden roster, and Miro Heiskanen off of the Finnish roster.
Oh, they're finished.
That was awful.
Has his replacement been announced yet?
No, they literally happened this morning. Finland defense.
So let's stick with Canada for a couple seconds here.
Who would you replace him with?
Uyghur.
Yes.
I thought we were talking about Finland.
Let's stick with Canada for a second here.
My apologies. Didn't hear that one.
Ears open, eyes up.
Uyghur.
Uyghur.
I think the
It's
choice
got to
is
be
Uyghur.
Uyghur.
And the sad part is, if Doughty's ready to go and he played in his first game back against the Panthers, I think Hockey Canada's going to pick Doughty. And I don't
Silly
like that.
geese. I think.
Which reminds me, I wanted to
Hey,
think
you
of,
just got back. Go play. I guess it doesn't really matter because this tournament means nothing. But
it does
Okay,
mean
so
nothing.
this is from I don't know this guy's Instagram. It's a guy's Instagram.
good job.
Keep it coming.
Killing it, dude.
Here it comes.
You're just on fire.
It's not
It's
showing.
gonna come
it's
up.
not
Today,
Junior.
M Bond Hockey. His rankings go Jacob Chikrin, then Montour, then Dougie Hamilton, then Chris Tanev, then Thomas Harley, Bouchard, Uyghur number 2, and Doughty number 1. Assuming Doughty is fully healthy and has proven himself to be good.
Oh.
I don't see why I don't see the problem with Chikrin, and I don't see the problem with Tanev. I see a lot of problems with Bouchard. But my top 3 actually would be Chikrin, Tanev, and Uyghur. that I would pick.
Chychrun, Tanev, and Uyghur.
Tanev, you have the super defensive defenseman. Chychrun's your all around like kind of athletic or not. Well, they're all athletic, but like the kind of like power like play point guy that like for power play too that isn't Makar. And then Uyghur's the shooter. So
I think Uyghur's you get a pretty good balance of what you're gonna want. Not that not that he's gonna get a lot of play time. I don't think. But
So they pretty well tried to
he will
stick.
probably.
They pretty well tried to stick to teammates. We have the Devin Taves and Cale Makar pairing. We had the Pietrangelo and Shea Theodore pairing, which got me thinking: who was Shea Theodore with before Vegas?
I got you.
Anaheim. I already looked it up.
Aww.
And then I thought, okay, so
do not put Trouba on the team.
Who likely
put Trouba
I'm
on
not
the
going
team.
Trouba.
No.
I'm not going Trouba. I'm saying who likely played with Shea Theodore when he was with the Ducks. And Canadian defenseman currently with St. Louis, so you could work him with Colton Parayko as well if you wanted to. Cam Fowler. He was with the Ducks with Shea Theodore. I know they're probably not going to because he's probably 20th on the list, 15th, 20th. He's probably so far down the list he's probably not even being looked at, but I think that'd be pretty neat.
But
I think
that was English.
Yeah, that's about
I think it's Uyghur. I don't think it's Bouchard.
Please don't.
I don't think it's Bouchard.
If
at
it's
all.
Bouchard, I'm gonna cry.
I feel like I'm just gonna resign myself to the fact that it's gonna be Doughty.
Why is Thompson not on this team?
Tage Thompson's American.
Logan Thompson.
Oh, that's a great question.
Because
that
the selection committee don't know what they're doing.
We have yet to figure that one out.
Which is why I'm kind of resigning myself to Doughty.
I doubt they picked Doughty.
Apparently Thompson didn't even get a call.
Is Hockey Canada involved in this? No. This is an NHL.
This is an NHL thing, so it's all
Hockey
NHL
Canada
people.
has nothing to do with
No.
this. So they're not going to make stupid mistakes like World Juniors.
Who are the four nations
but they did, though.
GMs?
Yeah, you're right.
2024. Don Sweeney.
For Canada?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense why there's some questionable decisions. Sorry.
He's the GM of Boston.
Huh. Fair enough.
That's weird. Why didn't he pick Thompson?
Who's the GMs USA?
Because, I mean, if...
Bill
That doesn't make sense to me.
Guerin?
Yeah.
Who's
He's Minnesota's GM.
Oh, yeah. Finland. This is some... okay.
Quality listening.
Riveting.
Jerry...
One judge my seat.
Jerry
Lettinen?
Today.
No, it's not.
That's Finland's general manager.
No way it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who's he?
Oh, hey, Yuri Lettinen.
Okay.
What team does he play? Or
What team does he GM play
I
for?
think he's not a GM for anyone. He was a star? He was a star from 95-96 to 09-10.
It's pretty neat.
I won a cup with them.
Wow.
Yippee.
Kaye.
I remember Yuri Lettinen, drafted by the Minnesota North Stars.
That's pretty bonkers.
And then
I
I played
don't-
for Dallas.
I don't.
I don't understand Four Nations. Is there a prize? Is there
A trophy.
a
I would
trophy that
think.
means nothing?
I mean, like it's more or less like the World Cup of Hockey, where it's like, here's this trophy.
Yeah, but at least the World
That's
Cup
more or less
of hockey had like more teams in it, and it was like
You do
I don't
realize
know. I
they're
don't
trying
understand
they
the
are
point
fitting
of it.
this in a 2-week period, and they're.
But why?
If you were to put 6 teams, that's basic, and you're taking so much of your best players in the AHL. And if something were to happen, not saying it would have or could have, but if something were to happen, and a lot, like you don't know that like McDavid could be out, like Makar could get hurt, like a bunch of these players are literally their team's best players that could get hurt. That's why there's not many teams, and they're just going with the 4 big main ones that make up the NHL.
Go back to Sochi when Tavares injured his knee.
Yeah.
I think.
So I'm just saying, like, if you search up the 4, like, if you search up the nations that make up the NHL,
Yeah,
the
it's
top
these
4,
four.
those are the top 4.
well, and Russia, I guess too.
But that's
that's obviously,
That's a separate issue.
Yeah.
that to make sense why they're not in it.
Yeah, don't invade other countries, and then you're fine.
And then
I don't fully get, like, I don't know. We kind of almost had a discussion about this last night. Kind of did. And
I
I'm
think
just like,
you did.
if we're worried about them getting hurt, why do it?
Because they are representing their country, and they are like. When are you ever going?
They're representing the NHL.
When are you ever gonna see that you get to see McDavid, Makar, McKinnon, Crosby,
Next year.
Matthews,
We're literally
Kachuk?
there is a little tournament that goes on every 4 years. This one's going to be in Italy, And there's a lot of meaning behind this tournament. And it's actually like a lot of people regard it as one of the highest caliber of sport.
What's it called?
It's a little thing. It's called the Olympics.
You guys are.
They get to go next year.
Never once heard of that.
Why are we doing this? I don't understand it.
I feel like you guys are being a bunch of. I feel
And
like
we're saying they need.
I feel like I can't even say what I want to say.
We're replacing the All-Star break or whatever. Just admit they want to go sit on a beach for a bit. Let them have a break. Don't make the top guys do this because, like you said, maybe they get injured and then it changes the whole season. But like, just don't do it.
Go ahead, Marek.
Just send them to the Olympics.
You're looking into this way too hard, I think. You're being way too critical of this. It's literally a tournament that takes these scenarios, and yes, the Olympics happen every 4 years, right?
Yep.
There's a good chance that Crosby doesn't make the next Olympics after this one.
Oh, no. Crosby will never be an Olympian.
I wouldn't mind.
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind
Oh my God.
a 4-year cycle of Olympics, All-Star, World Cup, All-Star, Olympics.
I don't mind the Four Nations tournament because when they do the World Cup, it's only teams that are eliminated. You never see during the 2010s, you never Sweden saw the same few players because those teams always were eliminated. Canada never saw the super high tier players because most of the time they were still in the playoffs. This is a cool thing that actually makes the All-Star break that would have been the All-Star break somewhat interesting. There's you don't remember Kucherov doesn't try. That was literally the whole thing last year.
That
And that
my
pissed
God, that
people
stick
off.
handling or that passing, whatever.
It literally pissed people off. So
That drove
this
me
is literally
nuts.
a way to make this better. And if people didn't want to do it, there would have been more people backing out. Petrangio's the only one that backed out. Markstrom got hurt in a game, and so did Heiskanen.
Well, yeah, they're getting paid to do it. They're getting paid a lot of money to do it. Obviously, they're going to do it.
Actually, you guys talk. I'm going to figure something out.
Okay. I was just going to dive into where we think they're all going to finish now with all the shifting, concerning it's about 2 weeks away. What, over 2 weeks away?
Something like that.
I think it was 2 weeks yesterday, if I'm really splitting hairs here. The first game will be 2 weeks yesterday.
There could be some incentive for money. For the Four Nations.
That's what these guys need more of.
Is this just not going to be a good thing for you, just in general?
If you have $1 million,
I'm sure it'll be fun to
if you
watch.
have a
I'm
million-
sure. I just don't understand
No,
why
I-
we need to
no,
have
no, no,
something big
I have a
every
question.
year.
I have a question.
I think it takes away from the prestige of the Olympics.
I have a question for you, and I don't think it does. I disagree on that. If you have $1 million, right? Would you want another $1 million?
I mean, yeah, probably. These guys have tens of millions.
And would they want tens of millions more? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's taken away from the Olympics because it's a 2-week thing and you're done. The Olympics is
How long does the Olympic go for, Marek?
well, the hockey one takes a lot more time.
No, it takes 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, this one's just 2.
I was about to say a couple weeks, yeah.
Oh, so 2 days. 2 days more. 3 days more.
The Olympics
It's
is
double the teams. Triple the teams.
there's also a lot more sports going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I disagree with how you're analyzing. I think you're overanalyzing this tournament. I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited to watch.
I'm sure it'll be fun to watch. I just don't understand why.
To replace how bad the All-Star game has been doing.
But just don't have anything. Just give them a break. Let them go home.
Or just finish the season earlier.
Well, no, I
That's
understand
not
if
an
they want to
option.
give most of the 98% of
Batman.
the guys the break. They want to go hang out. They want to chill a bit. They want to enjoy the money that they've earned, and they deserve to do that. I think if you want to have a best on best thing, you should do it more like how the NFL does it, where you get the Pro Bowl, you get to see the guys that you haven't seen in a long time because they didn't make playoffs or they just got eliminated at playoffs, and now you're not going to see them until September, until football starts back up again. This one, I'm like, oh, great, I can watch Connor McDavid again, and then I'll see him again in a week.
Yeah, but then
There's no, I get it. It's gonna be fun to watch. I just don't feel the excitement.
Okay, but it's you get to see Connor McDavid. You also get to see Connor McDavid with the fastest defenseman in Cale Makar.
Yeah,
you get to see
great.
Connor McDavid with the fastest other forward in Nathan McKinnon. You get to see Connor McDavid with Sidney Crosby. You could literally get to see the GOAT of the 2000s and 2010s mixed with the GOAT right in now, who's the greatest player in the NHL right now. You don't get this. That doesn't happen often.
I didn't expect this to get this heated.
What do you mean? Did
Because-
you not see the group chat last week?
Yeah,
Last
but
night?
like
There's a reason I stopped answering the
I
group
thought that was
chat.
the majority of the blow up.
I think it's cool. If it doesn't go well, then don't do it. But I feel like you're being too critical on something that hasn't happened yet
No, I just don't feel the excitement.
until it happens.
This is my thing.
Then when Uyghur goes, then he will be happy.
I'm kind of
Actually, you would have loved it if Wolf went to this tournament. You'd be all over it then.
No, I don't think so. Like, I don't see excitement. Anyway, you wanted to.
I'm kind of with you there. Of like, I don't really feel it. Like maybe it's down to branding. Like maybe I just want another World Cup where there's a team North America and a team some of Europe.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I just want another one of that.
I think I think
that's what it is. Just because.
And then there's history behind it. There is.
It's
not just some new
because the World Cup of
award.
Hockey has been around forever. I don't know.
Well, even you just associate the World Cup with something, and it just sounds really cool. But then, like the same thing with like the Olympics. Like,
Are you still gonna end up watching it though?
Maybe. I don't know.
We run
I
a
haven't
hockey
watched
podcast. I kind of have to watch it.
I haven't watched a Flames game in like weeks.
I probably watched more Flames.
I've been
games
like
than
keeping
you.
an eye on it at work, but I've been busy.
Fair.
I'm excited. I get to watch it tonight.
Quack.
Sit home, have some beers, and watch the Flames kick the Ducks' butt.
It's gonna be like 6-1 Ducks and be like, I'm here. Remind me to never watch it.
Never mind. I'm done.
So,
I'm turning into a Capitals fan.
predictions. Four nations. First, second, third, fourth.
I'm gonna go reverse order.
So
I'm gonna go
fourth.
fourth.
Okay, wait, go fourth, and then third, and then second, and then first.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We have the time.
We do.
We got 10 minutes. What are you saying?
So fourth.
Finland.
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 Third.
Canada.
Sweden.
Sweden. Canada.
USA.
Sweden.
First.
USA.
USA. Canada.
USA.
I don't have faith in Canada's goaltending.
The goaltending is going to kill us,
don't.
dude.
Hey,
are you kidding me? Jordan Binnington's our top guy?
Hey, there are two players on Team Canada who were able to outscore their problems and win the Stanley Cup in 2022.
I don't have faith in it. I really
McKinnon and
don't.
Cale Makar.
I just feel like the firepower on two of the three other teams just can blast a hole through Binnington, Hill, or Montembeau. Montembeau is probably not going to see any ice. It's probably going to be between Binnington and Hill.
Unfortunately.
But I don't have confidence. Binnington
But you have arguably, like, that's what it's kind of weird is, like, Canada does lack goaltending, but they quite literally have the best forward in the NHL, arguably the second best forward in the NHL too, the best defenseman in the NHL. So you have three of the best. Just on the other side, they have the best goalies.
I mean, but the States also have some of the best guys in the NHL too. That's we just argued about it. That's the whole point of this.
No, I'm saying
all the teams are the
but
best in the NHL.
If you ask anyone, Connor McDavid's the best player in the NHL.
No, 100%.
And then one of the
best leader too.
Okay.
Wow.
One of the best like top 5 players isn't even in the tournament.
Draisaitl.
Right.
And then you have McKinnon, who
Which is why there should be a Team Europe.
Okay, well then I have McKinnon, who's I think a clear number 2. He's currently leading the league in points. Then you have Makar.
I thought Draisaitl was leading in points.
I bet you.
We'll find this out, then we'll go to Hitman Corner. Phil, heads up.
I got it.
Oh, you know.
NHL stats. I will put a backslap on it.
Wait, what are we betting?
Maybe Draisaitl just leading in goals, but
No, I win. You lose.
Draisaitl is leading in goals.
Okay, but not in
McKinnon's
points.
winning in points. Leading in points.
Okay, yeah, he's up by 3, but I was confused goals and points.
McKinnon is winning.
Might be. Hitman Corner.
Hitman Corner. I say it every time. It's a good time to be a Hitman fan. We had one little setback when we went and faced Medicine Hat, which is kind of fair. Medicine Hat is really good.
Is that Gavin McKenna's team?
That is Gavin McKenna's team.
Gavin McKenna.
When was our last show? I guess
Last
it's been a
Thursday.
while. Well,
It was the Lethbridge Red Deer and Edmonton game.
Yeah, so Lethbridge, Red Deer, and Edmonton. Lethbridge, what do we?
What did you say?
Right away.
What do we?
Right away.
What do we?
Right away.
What do we?
What'd you say?
Right away.
You did not say right
No,
away.
you said-
That's what.
You
know
said
what?
right away.
No more Hitman Corner. I'm done.
You literally said. You quite literally went. What do
Went
we-
away.
Ben's great. They're still winning.
How's Tanner
End of
Howe?
corner.
How's
You don't
Tanner
guys are
Howe?
doing it anymore.
The CHL still hasn't fixed their standings glitch.
How's
And
Tanner
even though
Howe
we have
doing?
63 points and Prince Albert has 56, Prince Albert is still in second in
Yeah.
the East for some reason.
I love
and we're
the
down
website.
in third. So we got to fix that.
I remember looking at that when you weren't here, and I was
yeah.
like, "Huh?"
That's just a website
I was
glitch.
just like,
it's been like a month of that.
I'm a little confused.
But Med Hat is leading the
world,
the Eastern Conference with 66 points. We've got 63.
They're third in the league.
Yeah.
See, it works for the overall stats, but for the division,
But for the conference, it's not
no.
working.
Someone want to tell me why Medicine Hat's on an 11-game win streak?
Because they're good at hockey.
Dude, but 11 games? That's bonkers.
Yeah. Anyway, which is unfortunate because Medicine Hat's in our conference, but anyway, we need to figure out how to play Medicine Hat because we seem to be able to knock the pants off of everybody else. We crushed Lethbridge's win streak.
Have you
we
beaten them at all?
destroyed Red Deer again
This year?
which was super satisfying. That was the game I was at. Was the Red Deer game? That was a fun one.
Have they been beaten
Medicine Hat.
at all this season?
I was looking at it right now.
I don't believe
0-1,
so.
0-2, 0-3. They did beat them in December.
Oh wow!
Really? In December?
1-5, 1-6.
Yeah. So in a 7-game playoff series, you lose that what 4-1?
Yep.
Yeah.
4-1.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's okay because we're probably not
Stinky.
going to see Med Hat until the conference finals.
Assuming Everett
not what,
also. Or is that
Everett is
wrong
the other
side?
conference.
Might be.
Everett's going to cream everybody in the playoffs.
And he jinxed it again. They're going to be out first round.
I'd be fine with Everett being
know.
out first round. It would give Calgary a much easier way to the Memorial Cup.
So
anyway,
Calgary's one win over Medicine Hat was a
How-
4-3 overtime win.
yeah.
They faced. They went. I was at home. Then they went to Minnesota the next day and lost 5-2.
I have a question. How heartbroken would you be if Calgary made it all the way to the finals and lost in Game 7?
They're going to lose to Everett.
No, and no. How would you feel?
I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah. Would you be? Would we have to make sure you're okay?
It would be very upsetting.
I don't know.
What if they made the Memorial Cup?
We don't even have to get there yet.
I feel like.
And if they wait, this is gonna be a stupid question. Is it one game or series in the Mem Cup?
It's a round robin, and then
It's
one, and that's one-offs, I think.
How mad would you be if they made it to the finals and lost in overtime?
I would be very upset. How would you feel to stand if the Penguins?
Dude,
know
I
what?
don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to come.
I don't think you'd be upset
might
if they
cry.
made it to the Men Cup and lost in the finals. Because once they beat either Everett or once they beat Medicine Hat and then Everett,
Honestly,
you're playing with house money.
Making it to the Mem Cup, that's kind of gravy.
Yeah.
Especially because, I mean,
Great.
Like if you get tossed in the first round, then you'd be burning every building down.
I'd be pretty bummed. I think we're a good enough team that we can make it pretty decent playoff run here.
The only issue is that you're the worst best team, which sucks.
The what?
No, that's not true.
The worst best?
We're
What?
third in the league.
Yeah, out of the top 3 teams, you're the worst best team.
Yeah, that's
You
fair enough.
can't
but
beat. You can beat everyone except those 2
I
teams.
do think we did beat Everett when we went out to
Well, maybe you get.
the
To
States.
be honest,
Oh no, we did not.
You never know. Maybe you do get lucky, and both of them get bounced in rounds 1 and 2, and you don't have to face them.
You never know, and then it ends up being like a Calgary versus
Victoria?
Where's my stats page? Calgary versus
Hamilton. I don't know.
Kelowna.
Victoria?
Victoria we can beat. Prince George.
The
we
Red
can
Deer
beat.
Rebels just go on a hot tear.
Prince George would be tough.
Portland? I think they beat
I think
Portland on
I think the
trip.
only U.S. team we didn't beat was Everett.
Because the trip went remarkably well.
Yeah, we beat Seattle. Tri-City beat us in overtime.
Ah.
We beat Portland.
Where's
we killed
Tri-City?
Spokane, and we beat Wenatchee.
Seattle. Washington, I think.
Yeah.
We suck at geography. Where is Tri-City?
Well, they're all in Seattle.
They're
except
in
for
Washington,
Portland.
USA.
Boom.
Anyway,
And one of your
it's
clips on the
exciting.
intro is literally talking about.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
That was the
They will
old
not
one. That's
affect
not on
me
there anymore.
any.
Oh well, that's
Ben
I'm
killed
referring.
anyway on the Red Deer Rebels. The one game that I got to,
Light the
I had a
Kindle.
lot of fun because it was Sunday Fun Day. Ben Kindle 4 assists. He's so good. Still sitting around 25th for the draft. Should be a good time. I'm excited to see what happens there. Other than that, just kind of more of the same for the Calgary Hitmen. They're doing exactly what they need to do. Carter Yakimchuk's back.
Yak.
And he did some yakking.
He got in a fight.
Please,
He got
no.
a fight yesterday.
He fought a
yeah,
man.
you tell us about that. You were at the game yesterday.
I didn't watch it. I was
You're too busy staring down Big Kev at the bar.
I was too busy saying it. I was working last night at the Hitman game, and if you're familiar with Calgary, I was Ticketmaster at the door for Dutton's, and
I'm surprised he was at Dutton's. He did.
I don't know. Yeah, and I was
a
thinking,
funny
there's a fairly scary sized bald man with a big beard, with a woman who's wearing a Kindle jersey.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's Big Kev.
Was Big Kev wearing a jersey?
I think he was wearing
When you said-
the
Probably.
the pink third.
Oh, okay. So that was probably was I don't know if he has a name on his pink third.
I don't remember seeing a name.
I've ever showed you I have I can't remember, it was from a while ago, but I have like a little poster of like a bunch of Hitman players like signatures on it.
That's cool.
I'll have to send you a picture of it and see what year it is.
Yeah, you'll have to see what year it is. Yeah.
Because that's when we did the Chevrolet like
Good Deeds Cup.
Good
yeah,
Deeds.
my team made it. We were the only team that wasn't a AA or AAA team, but the Hitmen enjoyed us the most because we didn't like try to act cool. We were just being kids.
That's cool.
That was fun. That was a blast.
Anyway, that's all I got for Hitman Corner. I think
Killing ya.
still looking great. Now it's bedtime.
They have 3 games for our next show.
Now it's like please don't choke, please don't choke, please don't choke.
They're
please don't choke.
in Edmonton.
They choked, and they choked again.
They're in Edmonton on the 31st. Then they're back home for a 4-game homestand that starts with Lethbridge on Sunday and then Prince Albert on Wednesday.
Wednesday, my dudes.
But that'll be it for this week's episode of Coast to Coast. Make sure you keep your eye on Calgary Flames tonight against the Ducks.
Quack.
Starting right away here.
Yep, it is going to start right away. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and a good start to your next week as well. I'll be at the Coach Hawk Classic for U Sports, where the Marlow Cougars are going to both Marlow Cougars teams are going to face both teams of the Dinos. That is also on 31st as well. I'm working the women's game, not working the men's game, so I'll just be up in the press box for the men's game, just kind of having a good time.
That's cool. Don't get scared of heights.
I'm not. I
press box
love it up there.
high.
I'm scared of heights, so
You would hate it.
It's amazing up there. I love it so much.
It's so cool.
I'm gonna take so many photos.
I've been up there.
It's
I
so
love
cool.
it.
But that is it.
Catwalk.
I've been Alex Burke with Marek Robinson.
5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we're definitely not out of time.
Bill
Anyway.
Tremblay.
Go him and go to the Four Nations.
Thank you, Maya Butler. Thank you, Aiden Oleko. Thank you, Aiden Johnny, for helping out as well. We see you guys next Thursday. Peace.
I'll break away.